Cutlery refers to any hand implement used in preparing, serving, and especially eating food in the Western world. A cutler is a person who makes or sells cutlery. The city of Sheffield in England has been famous for the production of cutlery since the 17th century, and a train, the Master Cutler, running from Sheffield to London was named after the industry. Cutlery is more usually known as silverware or flatware in the United States, where cutlery usually means knives and related cutting instruments. Although the term silverware is used irrespective of the material composition of the utensils, the term tableware has come into use to avoid the implication that they are made of silver. The major items of cutlery in the Western world are the knife, fork and spoon. In recent times, hybrid versions of cutlery have been made combining the functionality of different eating implements, including the spork, spithe, and knick or the sporf, which is all three. Etymology: the word cutler derives from the Middle English word cutler, and this in turn derives from Old French cutelier, which comes from couteau, meaning knife. Composition: traditionally, good quality cutlery was made from silver, though steel was always used for more utilitarian knives, and pewter was used for some cheaper items, especially spoons. From the 19th century, electroplated nickel silver was used as a cheaper substitute. Nowadays, most cutlery, including quality designs, is made from stainless steel. Another alternative is Melchior, a nickel and copper alloy, which can also sometimes contain manganese. It also contains elements of magnesium and copper sulfate. Plastic cutlery is made for disposable use, and is frequently used outdoors, at fast food or takeaway outlets, or provided with airline meals. Wooden disposable cutlery is also available as a biodegradable alternative. History: the first documented use of the term cutler in Sheffield appeared in a 1297 tax return. A Sheffield knife was listed in the King's possession in the Tower of London 50 years later. Several knives dating from the 14th century are on display at the Cutlers' Hall in Sheffield. Cutlery has been made in many places. In Britain, the industry became concentrated by the late 16th century in and around Birmingham and Sheffield. However, the Birmingham industry increasingly concentrated on swords, made by long cutlers, and on other edged tools, whereas the Sheffield industry concentrated on knives. At Sheffield, the trade of cutler became divided, with allied trades such as razor-maker, albladesmith, shearsmith and fork-maker emerging and becoming distinct trades by the 18th century. Before the mid-19th century, when cheap mild steel became available due to new methods of steel making, knives were made by welding a strip of steel onto the piece of iron that was to be formed into a knife, or sandwiching a strip of steel between two pieces of iron. This was done because steel was then a much more expensive commodity than iron. Modern blades are sometimes laminated, but for a different reason. Since the hardest steel is brittle, a layer of hard steel may be laid between two layers of a milder, less brittle steel, for a blade that keeps a sharp edge well, and is less likely to break in service. After fabrication, the knife had to be sharpened, originally on a grindstone, but from the late medieval period in a blade mill or a cutler's wheel. Manufacturing centers: traditional centers of cutlery making include Sheffield in the United Kingdom, Solingen in Germany, Bayeux and Le Gouillol in France, Albast in Spain, Wazirabad in Pakistan. See also, cutler, eating utensil etiquette, list of eating utensils, list of food preparation utensils, tableware, silver, steak knife, table setting. References, for Sheffield. Hay, D. The Fiery Blades of Hallamshire, Sheffield and its Neighbourhood, 1660 €1740. 193 €140. Lloyd, G.I.H. The Cutlery Trades, An Historical Essay in the Economics of Small-Scale Production. External links: Association Culturelle Coltellini Forgiatori Bergamerie, Research Laboratory on Damascus Steel.